Hello, everyone. So we are here with two very special guests today. As you can see by the sign behind us, it's Daybreak After Dark. We are filming this midday, which I know is confusing, but we're going to try and keep it after dark for you guys because I know how that's what they want. So welcome to Daybreak After Dark.
He calls midday.
Yeah.
It's 9:30 in the morning.
Is it 9:30 in the morning? Jiminy.
9:37.
Time flies when you're getting older.
You
isn't it?
Utah
Isn't that
people,
true?
man, you guys are kind of backwards.
Well, here's the thing. I've been up for like 7 hours, so
It's 9:30
it feels
midday.
You wouldn't have needed to tell them. You could have said it's like 12:30 at night.
Yeah, but what I love, though, is when a podcast comes out, they feel the need to be like, this was recorded 2 weeks ago, so the events are not accurate.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
It's actually 12:30, the night of the yard sale. David has been up for 27 straight hours.
What if somebody's watching from Australia, though, and this is really confusing? Because they're like, it's Christmas right now. I don't understand how that works.
Happy Hanukkah.
So wherever you're watching from, welcome to Daybreak After Dark. So I'm here with two guests that I'm so excited to do this today. So we got Chris Bracke over on the end, Mr. Bractacular. We got Andy Lewis here, who he has a voice as smooth as silk, and yet it's like honey. If you get a little sick, take a little drop, and you're going to feel a lot better. So thank you guys for coming out. I'm so excited to chat with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are kind of like OG. Like you've been with us since the beginning days.
Yeah.
How have you felt about the evolution of Daybreak Records? Has it been kind of fun to...
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
let you start.
more people to meet, and
Yeah.
seems like, for the most part, all good people.
Yeah. Is it weird where it's gotten to? Like, when we started, we were just some guys who loved records.
Right.
Is it interesting, though, how it's evolved into, like, a community? Has that been surprising to you?
No, I think you nurtured that.
Yeah.
No, it's not surprising at all.
Not surprising.
Okay.
I mean, because of who you are, it's very easy to become a giant family.
It's true. I think, though, we got lucky with the initial people, too. Like, I want to emphasize that. Like, when we do the live feeds and you jump on and you make a funny comment, it changes the entire night. And Brooke and I were talking about this the other day of, like, some of the people that jump on, when Bracke's on there, like, these people jump on and make comments, and I get excited, and I changes the show, and I'm, like, making jokes. And
When the smart asses show up.
Yeah.
I think the key is, and maybe you downplay it. I don't think you always downplay it, but you've got so friggin' much going on and managing and everything.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make you get a laugh in and calm the nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
Relax.
The bad thing, I think when you have a brain that works like mine, like it's like a spreadsheet, and I'm like, okay, I have 102 records. If my show's going to go for 2 hours, I need to do one record every 1.2 minutes. And I hate that my brain does that. Because sometimes I just need to be like, do you know what? If we get to 90, it's okay.
You've started to do that a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
we have this many, we're not going to do them all.
Yeah. And
That's the way to go.
Yeah, I think that's great. So, but we're excited. So we're going to chat about life. We're going to chat about music today. We do have a little tradition, though. What was the first record, though, that you guys remember buying?
I thought you were going to say the tradition was as we come down the stairs, we get spanked, because that happened to both of us.
That will be in the extended edition.
Okay, all
So,
right.
Well, and birthday spankings will be coming for you today. Happy
Absolutely.
birthday, Mr. Ball.
Is it my birthday today?
Yeah. He's
What?
finally 21 years old.
Yeah.
21.
So after this, we're going to take him out for his first drink.
I'm legal, everybody. Brooke's not going to jail anymore. No, birthdays it's a wild thing. Like, I'm actually at peace with this one.
Good.
I feel like I'm excited. My life so far has been great. Some ups and downs, as we all have.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about the future. And I think that's the thing with birthdays. You just have to be excited about what's to come and take it as it goes. So, yeah.
Figure out a plan for the future.
Yeah.
Yep.
My big takeaway, I'm going to get deep already.
Oh,
So,
Deeper and deeper, way down.
941.
go
He's
deep.
getting deep
yeah,
already.
let's go down a level. I'm excited to foster memories with people. I feel like sometimes I focus on the adventure. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to go skydiving. But what I remember is the guy I went skydiving with, or like the memory of like, wait, what? No, but like, it's really like,
We're not here to judge.
Yeah. I want to foster like more memories with people. And like, I want to focus on that of like having these, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I got to experience that with somebody else too. So that's my thing for this year. I want to make more memories with people.
That's how you know when you're getting old, is when you're focusing more on the memories and the experiences. I feel like, as I've gotten older, that's also kind of what I've done. Like, even for Christmases, my wife and I are like, hey, let's do more of the experience rather than a gift.
The experiences.
Yeah, we try. Doesn't always work out, but
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. What about you, Bracke? What's some advice for me?
You're much more limited when you do experiences only with your dog because no one else wants to be around you. So that's kind of what I aim for.
Yeah. Sounds like you got a great dog, though, who wants to go on adventures.
Oh, my dog's awesome.
Yeah. What kind of dog is it?
It's a Boston Terrier. She's named Lucille.
Ooh.
She'll be 4 in November. And
happy birthday, Lucille, in November.
Yeah, well, yeah. She's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. She's a trooper because I work at night, and so she has to keep an eye on the place.
I like that. Adventure dogs, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm sad you didn't bring her with you.
Right.
That would have been fun.
For who? For who exactly?
For everybody.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Andy, what about you? What's some life advice? Hit us with some wisdom. I know there's some wisdom swirling around up there.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, no. My thing is just live life. There's no such thing as spare time. There's no such thing as downtime. All you get is a lifetime, and you got to live it.
Yeah.
How
do you feel like music has played into that philosophy?
Oh, geez.
Because you have people who have stories, right? Like, it's like, I was going through a hard time. Music got me through it. Like, music can amplify things, good times. Like, how do you feel like music has played in your life when it comes to concerts or records or music or your relationships?
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, just to sum it up, music can create your emotion. It can emphasize an emotion. It sounds stupid, but music really is the soundtrack to your life, and it can play in just like it does when you're watching a movie. If you're going through a sad time, you're going to listen to sad music, and maybe if you bring yourself out of that and listen to upbeat music during that time, it can change your outlook on life. And really, sometimes you have to change your soundtrack to make the movie better.
That's true. If you're going through that horror period of your life, maybe the Disney songs aren't what's needed right then.
If you're chasing somebody through the woods, you probably don't want to be listening to "I'm Walking on Sunshine" by Katrina and the Waves.
Let's get some Nine Inch Nails playing as you're chasing those people through the woods. Bracke, what about you? Have you found your musical taste change over the course of your life at all? Or has it been pretty constant?
Well, the first album I got on cassette was Tiffany.
Okay.
So I can probably say my tastes have evolved from that.
Okay. Love that.
Yeah. No, actually.
Was it a gift? Was it like you saved your money for a week?
I bought it. And I have recently bought that same album on vinyl from you. So.
Yes.
He bought it for the cover art. Yes.
Full circle.
She's got wild bangs.
Yeah.
Really gets me in the.
Yeah. I feel like bangs are a forgotten thing. Like, where all the bangs at?
Now you got to see this cover art.
Yeah.
Oh, you will. Now, music is like huge for me, like almost too huge. I was talking to some of you about my debacle of an experience on dating apps and how much I decide to weigh another person's feeling of music. And
because you got like your description, right? You're like, I love dogs. I love Jesus, whatever it is
that's exactly how mine reads.
But I feel like music is. How did that play into dating for you?
My friends have given me lots of crap because if someone isn't into music at all, they're a sociopath. But if
I'm sorry if you're watching and you're not into music.
If
you're on the wrong podcast. If you're not into music and you're
let's just take a minute. Get out of here right now, you freaks.
Intermission. No, this one of these last people I was dating, we did not really mesh our musical tastes, and I didn't allow it to be a deal breaker. And that's what my friends have been encouraging me to do.
What would be a deal breaker style of music? Like Irish dancing? What is it that like?
It's modern country.
That's what gets
I mean, I don't even swipe on those people. I just close the app because I'm so disgusted. No, I mean, I'm ironically love me the twangy old country, the Johnny Cash, the Buck Owens, the Roger Miller, the George Jones, all of that stuff.
Which is interesting because it's country, but also in a subgenre, you're like, ooh, not for me, to the point where I might pass.
Yeah, like Aldeans and the Wallens and the whoever the hell is at the top now.
Yeah.
I don't even. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I just recently went to Nine Inch Nails, so that's more in my wheelhouse.
Yeah. For me too, like country, I've had a problem with as well. And if you love country, we'll get into the nuances of what makes people like music, because I think that's actually really interesting. For me growing up, it was a cultural thing partly too. So I grew up in kind of down by Provo, but there's a place called Spanish Fork, and it was known for having like the cowboys, and they were wearing the Wranglers, the boots. And in school, you had two types of people. You had like the cowboys, and then you had kind of the rockers almost. And I feel like it was an identity thing for me too back then. So I like purposely didn't want to be part of that crowd. You're a kid. I don't know. You decide these things. I wanted to be that rocker, and maybe that played into why I diverged musically. So what do you think about what is it that makes music, like why do you love a certain thing? What do you think causes that, Andy?
Oh, geez. I honestly think it's just a connection. I mean, that's why I feel like there's certain artists that I like, because they're writing songs that are more in tune with what I live.
Okay, so lyrically,
and we're pulling Disney out of it. I mean, I'm a Disney dad. I love Disney. So we're pulling Disney aside. But like the artists that I usually gravitate towards are the ones that are singing about the same crap that I'm going through in my life.
Okay,
and
so
that's
it's a connection to
yeah. And we're going back to that music as a soundtrack. You know, if something's going on in my life, I might change my musical taste because I want to, you know, enhance that soundtrack or change that soundtrack. And so I usually gravitate towards stuff like that.
Do you feel like if there was a song that, I mean, the beat was great, it makes you want to like move, like you're just loving it, but the lyrics were like you couldn't relate, would that change it to the point where you're like, I don't know if I could listen to that?
Probably.
Yeah. That's interesting. So lyrically is a big thing for you.
Yes.
Do you feel like, and we talked about this in the car, and I actually love this, and I wish I would have taken time to research it, but scientifically, frequencies that your ears hear at, could that play a part in like some songs you have that lower frequency bass, right? Some are a little higher and twangy. Like, could there be something about the ear and how it hears that changes that?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's someone out there that Morgan Wallen touches them in the right place, and
Yeah.
I'm
Are
actually
we talking physically or lyrically?
all of the above.
Morgan has been known for that.
Morgan,
Morgan, if you're watching, we're so sorry.
It's kind of remarkable that I can be so dead set against someone, and someone else, that's their number one.
Mm-hmm. Like you too.
Yeah, you love you two. They're your number one.
Thought we weren't going to talk. I'm glad Brooke's not here yet.
I know,
because there would be fighting words right now.
I have to get out of the way.
She would be yelling. We can't quite hear what she's saying, but it's not flattering.
But that goes for like, again, exactly what you said. You know, sometimes an artist can speak to somebody in a completely different way than it speaks to me, and I'm never going to be like, Brooke and I have a joke. Like, I don't find the connection with you too. I don't get it, but I'm never going to be like, oh, you suck because you like U2, or you know, U2 sucks, you should never listen to that. But
I think you said that last night.
I believe you
jokingly,
said that.
jokingly,
Sure, okay,
jokingly. You guys weren't supposed to say that. Now she knows.
Yeah. Well,
But isn't that interesting though, how there can be such wide ranges? And as a record store owner, I actually appreciate that so much.
Mhm.
Can you imagine if there was only one type of music
yeah.
and like my entire bins would just stay where they're at?
you know, I do want to add one thing about the music. Well, whatever your question was, I'm sure I don't remember it, but the how it feels in you.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive person, very emotional person, and I actually feel a physical connection to some music. Like
Mhm.
when I can actually feel what I think the person was feeling who was writing it,
Yeah.
that is otherworldly.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how Bon Iver is for me and very few other people. I have very few other people in my life. My best friends hate Bon Iver, but, you know, Nine Inch Nails can do that. And mostly when I'm angry, I listen to Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how like an angry song can almost like diffuse it?
Yep.
Like I do that too. Like I had my like rage list almost.
Yep.
Like when you're feeling that, you're like, I listen to this and suddenly it like brings you down somehow too.
Yep.
So
I prefer to call it hate music.
yeah.
It's the playlist I put on when I just like, you hate everything.
Yeah.
And by the time you like listen to it and you kind of get your frustrations out, you start feeling better about yourself, and you kind of pull yourself out of that, and It's usually the playlist you play when you're driving home from work.
I think you turn on rage music when you realize you can't get any more Sodalicious for 6 months or 12
Oh my
months.
gosh, how many Sodaliciouses are we at right now?
So unfortunately they're closed today. Otherwise this number would have increased this morning. I think for this trip we got in Thursday afternoon. And I think I'm at 8 or 9 overall. Yeah.
And let's just give a quick sponsorship shout out. Sodalicious, if you'd like to sponsor this episode, please hit up our marketing department.
If you're from Sodalicious, please get some freaking merch.
Yeah.
Like t-shirts, hoodies, like nothing.
Yeah.
We stopped at 3 different ones over the course of the trip.
A neckerchief.
Yes.
Anything
An
Sodalicious.
ascot.
Yeah.
And make sure that your employees aren't high when you're...
Do you feel like, though, that made a story that you're going to cherish the rest of your life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Andy, do you
Can
want to
we-
give the quick synopsis
Give
of
us
that?
the quick,
synopsis. So we're trying to get set up for the Thursday night live auction.
which we had an awesome charity event.
Yes, the charity event on Thursday night was amazing. And Brooke was definitely positively dead set on getting Pebble Ice for her soda bar.
She needed Pebble Ice.
Not pea ice, as
We call it PI.
we call it pea ice. So long story short, we ended up going to Sodalicious because I tell these guys like, hey, you can buy ice from fast food places, which they didn't know. So we go through the drive-through, and since we're here, we might as well get a drink. Well, the lady working was not computing anything that we were saying. Finally gets our drink orders. Bracke got a root beer and with some other stuff in it, and only got a root beer.
Yeah.
They ended up giving
the
us
other stuff.
a wrong size. Finally get to the point where we all got our drinks. They're handing the ice through.
So big old bag of Pebble Ice.
10-pound bag of Pebble Ice.
Okay.
Hands the first one in. Bud is driving.
Yeah.
Bud Philbrick's driving. So he hands it to me. I hand it to the back.
Easy.
Second bag comes in, hands
Yeah.
it to me. I hand it to the back.
Strong guy like yourself, not a problem.
Not a problem.
Keep going.
Third bag comes in.
Yeah.
Bud grabs it, hands it to me. I grab it, and it dumps all over the center console.
Oh, no.
All over Bud's lap,
No.
all over my lap, all over the back seat. And we pretty much emptied that 10-pound bag in about 2 seconds. And the lady...
what was her face looking like as this was happening? Like, was she just like...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard. Tears are streaming down, and I'm just covered in ice. And we gave the bag back. She refilled the bag, and was that not tied properly?
Oh, no, it wasn't tied
it wasn't.
properly, young lady.
No. So ended up, getting the ice. And like I said, I'm dying laughing. I can't see because I'm, Yeah. So it made for a great story.
So Sodalicious, if you'd still like to partner with us, please reach out to our marketing department.
And tie your bags of ice.
Yeah. But it's moments like that, and I feel like that ties into music too, right? Like, imagine if a certain song was playing while, like, Ice, Baby,
I was
right?
thinking the Benny Hill theme.
That could have been a good one too, but that memory then would be tied to that song. And, like, then that changes things.
Absolutely.
I feel like for me, dating did that. Like, kind of playing off Bracke's thought there, is I had certain songs I would not listen to while I was dating somebody. Because I'm like, if you ruin this for me and we have a bad breakup, and suddenly like Metallica I can't listen to, screw that. You're not listening to Metallica with me. And I had a list. And the first person to break that list was Brooke. So Zeppelin got played. And we always joke about the make-out guarantee. But like, that was the first time I ever let a girl listen to
That's when
Zeppelin.
it happened.
That's when you tested it.
Yeah. And Zeppelin 4.
Nice.
Bill McKay doesn't think it works. He's tried it multiple times, and he says it's broken, but we'll figure that out. But
Sorry, Bill.
Yeah.
But memories get tied to those things, right? Like, maybe growing up, too, you have that memory to that, like, country song, and you were at a state fair, and you just rode that bull for over 4 seconds, and, like, it just... Something about it.
Yeah.
I don't listen to country.
You don't?
No, there was a point in my life, but yeah.
I don't ride bulls anymore.
You
I
don't?
retired.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's a dangerous
With
sport.
your hip,
Yeah.
That bad hip, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys have, like, workout mixes, too? I do have a pretty good workout mix. It's pretty strong. You guys look like you.
I'm glad that he like has seen us in person and knows that we definitely work out. I don't work out.
I mean, yeah.
I do, 6-inch curls. That's where I take a 6-inch donut, long john in each hand and just curl it. Yeah.
I did work out before my current job, and I am very active in my current job, so I kind of feel like, I can let the rest of my day go to other things.
Work kind of takes care of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 2 kids and a wife and a job and a side job and a side job and a side job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who has time to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym?
Yeah, no, not
Some
me.
of you, and good job. We're proud of you. But
Keep it up. Keep up the hard work. If you're watching this on a treadmill right now, you got this. Just another half mile to
they
go.
They immediately pause it. They're like, I don't connect with this podcast. I love country. I love working out. These guys are not speaking to me right now. I
think what ruined country for me, and I'll open up. So I went through a awesome, horrible divorce several years ago. My wife now is amazing. So it's not current. But through that, I found that country music, certain songs, that's all it's about is you're losing your wife, you're losing your dog. You know, the common joke, if you play a country song backwards, what do you get? You get your dog back, you get your truck back, you get your wife back. So that kind of ruined country music for me. And I used to love like the 90s country. So like the Tim McGraw's, the Garth Brooks and stuff like that. But when you are listening to a country music station going through a divorce and going through all that stuff, and that's all they're talking about, you're kind of like, F this S, I'm gonna turn this off. And
it was almost too relatable for you.
Yes, very much so. So now country music is off the table, and that's pretty much when that ended.
Okay, that makes sense. So it did the opposite of what it should have done.
You pretty much.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because now I don't like it.
Yeah. So we talk about like having different interests too.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like our group, and I want to touch on this because I feel like this is one of the things I love, is I've noticed like musically everybody's so different, right? Like somebody jumps on a Supercell and one thing goes and somebody else is like, oh, I probably wouldn't have snagged that. But then 3 records later, they're like, how did nobody take that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's such a great. But I feel like in our group, not only musically are we different, which is amazing. I feel like it's been cool to see how people can have different outlooks on life and how we've all come together. We're all from different parts of the country. We grew up differently. We have different life situations. We think differently. Even politically, which is amazing that we have such a diverse group of people, and yet we're all like, it's becoming family. Like it's that level of connection. Like, what do you, I attribute that to like, obviously music and like the people in the group, but I feel like that's where the world, it would be amazing if it started going more that direction. Yep. Like you can find that common ground.
Absolutely.
And some of those things don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, a really good example is Mindy and I are opposite kind of on politics and stuff, but we have such a good time together and laugh, and it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we just spent 3 days in a house with Bud, his wife Jenny, Mindy, Mindy's daughter Hannah, and then Hannah's son Samuel. And
shout out to Samuel if you're watching, Samuel.
Yeah, but yeah, that we are all very different people, different walks of life, different political stances, different religions, different. Pretty much everybody is slightly different in our house, and we just spent 3 days all together, 0 fights, 0 arguments. Nobody walked away angry except for Samuel.
Samuel had a moment.
He had a moment.
I think it was politics.
It might have been.
1-year-olds feel very strongly about politics.
Well, it was the difference between Cheez-Its and Cheetos. You know, that's basically left wing, right wing, and you know, he got mad and walked away.
Yeah.
But no,
when really you could put them both in your mouth and be perfectly fine.
But that's the benefit of this group, I think, is we can all be from different places, different things, different likes, dislikes, and we all grow because of that.
Yeah, and I don't dwell on it. Like
I actually don't think about it a lot, which is interesting.
Yeah, and that's different than like people at home or something that I might disagree with. I tend to dwell on it more.
Yeah,
not the case in this group.
Yeah, even when somebody joins, like you're not thinking like, oh man, I have low T and that guy probably has super high T, and I'm like, I don't think about that stuff when it's like on our group.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you're walking around in public though, you're just like, damn it, why is that guy so ripped? You know? Yeah. Gets you.
Steroids.
More than likely.
Yeah. Has that been a refreshing thing though? Like, so the world obviously around us is crazy. Like things going on, stresses, frustrations, a pandemic. Like we've had some things the past few years. Have you found this group to be kind of like, I found it to be a little bit of a haven from all that. Has that been the case the past couple of years for you guys with things, or what's your motivation with the group too? Like,
it's definitely been a nice outlet for me. I've had an epic 5 years of mostly downs. So, just divorce, job layoffs, pandemics. Yeah. And I won't go into the rest, but, it's a nice place to go and do the auction. But beyond that, there are people who reach out to you and check in on you and just have good side conversations too.
And it's interesting that if you mention anything too, like how cool that is, like immediately people are like, oh, if you need somebody to talk to, or I'm here for you, or it's not superficial too.
Right.
Like if somebody says, hey, if you need anything, reach out. Literally, like somebody will do something for you if you needed it.
Yep.
And that level of like knowing somebody's there for it, like sometimes you don't have that in your own families or in your own like personal lives.
Right. And I've unfortunately, I had foot surgery a couple years ago, and I was part of the group, and it was never a, hey, look at me, I'm having foot surgery. It was, I was checking in one day, and David knew about it, and, I let him know that I might not be checking in, and it was just one of those spontaneous moments that I love about our group where I checked in, laying in bed, foot up, and all of a sudden I have, 15 records coming in, or a credit or whatever it was a couple years ago, where people were just like, hey, I want you to have some musical healing. And the group just poured out support, genuine support.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I have, a couple records of, things I haven't listened to before, and was able to throw it on while I was kind of doing the healing process. And I see that in our group all the time. Somebody's going through a rough patch, and our group just genuinely reaches out, and they don't need anything for themselves. They're just, hey, I want you to have this record and get you through that hard time. Or, hey, I want you to have my $10 credit because I want you to be able to put that towards something. So our group is amazing at coming together as a community and really lifting each other up and never really putting each other down.
Yeah, you've seen that in the routine buying other people records on the auctions.
Yeah.
And if you haven't bought a record for somebody else yet, I can see you.
Yeah, we know
and
who
it's
you
your
are.
turn.
Yeah.
But it's overwhelming.
Don't say any names.
Yeah.
Nope. They know who they are.
We can see you.
They know who
They
they
know
are.
who they are.
Yeah. They're turning down the volume. They're thinking about switching the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit the cord.
It's just, it's crazy. I mean,
isn't it? I think the mindset's fun about that too. Of it, they're not just offering a word like, "Oh, Andy, I hope you get better." To them, it's like, if I get him some music, it'll make him feel better.
Yep.
Whether it's a credit, whether it's a record I want to send you.
Yep.
Like, it's interesting. It's not just the act. It's like this physical thing could actually make Andy feel better if we get him some music.
Yeah.
And I love that's people's mentality of like music has like a healing effect almost too.
Yeah. Yep.
And the giving, and that's probably one of my favorite. I always joke that it's the hardest part of my job because I'm like, somebody's like, okay, I want to give $2 towards that record. Another guy's like, can you pitch in and split that $2 and I'll give $1? And then wait, actually, I can only do 50 cents, but let's do like 75 for the next person who does
33.5 cents.
Yeah. But the fact that everybody's like, somebody says, I'll pay $10, and somebody's like, well, I don't want to miss out on this.
Right.
I want to split that with it. So the people in this group are absolutely amazing. You're out there. You know who you are. Thank you. Like, it really has made this group an amazing place. So, But music also has that effect of like the in-person side of it. Because we're talking about records, we're talking about throwing on a song. What about concerts for you guys? Bracke, you hinted that you went to 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
What is it about the in-person that has a little bit different appeal than maybe throwing on a record?
I don't know. It's just a more intimate connection with the artist, I guess.
Physically being there, seeing them perform.
Spooning with Trent Reznor on stage.
That would change your life.
It does.
Yeah. And it did.
Yeah, he hasn't returned my calls since, but
he's busy. He said, I'm sure he's going to get back. Yeah.
I thought we had something. No, with my current job influx and all of that, I've had to cut back a bit this summer on concerts, but 9 Inch Nails was my big splurge, and I'm going to see Black Pistol Fire in October. Everyone should look up Black Pistol Fire if they like.
What genre are we talking? I actually haven't heard much either.
Country.
New country?
That's not even funny.
You just said you didn't like new country.
Yeah. No, they're out of Austin, Texas, and they're kind of
country.
The Black Keys when the Black Keys were good and hadn't sold out.
Okay.
So yeah, they're pretty awesome.
So clearly we need to touch on the Black Keys, but we'll save that for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one people should look up.
And you don't go to concerts solo. I'm sorry. If you do, that's fine. It's totally fine. But usually it's time with friends and stuff. So that's another element of it. Did
you go with somebody for 9 Inch Nails? Did you bring him?
Yeah, one of my close friends. He is a recent convert to Nine Inch Nails. I never would have put him as a Nine Inch Nails fan.
Really?
So I gave him a playlist, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, see, you were missing out all these years. You too could have spooned with Trent Reznor.
Yeah. Isn't that fun, though, to introduce somebody to something that
Mhm.
you love and you're like, oh, I hope this person likes it too.
But
It sucks when it backfires.
I don't, yeah, to your point, I don't share Bon Iver as much with people because
You found
my
mixed
closest
results.
friends hate him.
And you're like, oh, I hoped you guys would enjoy this with me.
I do need someone close who's into Bon Iver, and the closest thing I have is Brooke.
That's true. She loves
but I
Bon
don't want
Iver.
it to get awkward between us. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that is, if I'm dating on the dating apps and somebody says they really don't like him, that's not going to be compatible.
That could be a deal breaker. Andy, what about you? Because being a married man,
Yep.
how is your musical taste with your wife? Like, has that been pretty compatible, like, over the years? Like,
My wife is awesome when it comes to musical taste. She just listens. She doesn't care what it is. Like,
Yep.
so most of the time, like when we're driving, I get Spotify and I can just play whatever I want. And
so you're like the DJ for the...
yeah, and most of the time she doesn't give two shits what I listen to, which is awesome. We do every once in a while go to concerts together. We've actually hit 2 concerts this year together.
Ooh, what do we do?
So we did started with, I don't know if we started with it, but either way, we ended up seeing Bare Naked Ladies
Okay.
with
nice.
Guster, which is one of her favorite bands, and Fastball. That was on Father's Day.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. We went with her parents because it was also my birthday, my anniversary, our 10-year anniversary, and then Father's Day. So it was 3 all in one. So we ended up going with her dad and her
And
mom.
Ramadan started that day too.
It did too, yeah, pretty sure.
I believe it's National Pretzel Day as well.
And then we also went to Weird Al Yankovic, which was show 1 of 2 this summer, which is pretty cool.
So we're going to hit that again.
Yep. So we went with my boss and my boss's husband, and then made like a whole weekend out of it. Stayed at an Airbnb and went to the show. And then actually this coming Thursday, if you're watching this beyond Thursday, it's September 11th, which is funny if you've seen Weird Al's concert poster. And we're going to go see the show on September 11th.
Yeah.
Look up 2025 Weird Al, Bigger and Weirder Tour. Look at the concert poster. It made the St. Cloud area where I'm from in Minnesota very not happy that his concert's September 11th and then hit the big concert poster. It's like him pushing over buildings.
gosh.
Yeah, it's not good. But anyways,
Check it out, though, and leave a
check it out,
comment down
check it
below.
out.
Tell us what you think.
so on Thursday, I'm bringing my son, Finnick.
And you said this was his first.
It's his
concert.
very first concert. He's going to go see Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a huge dad win.
That is.
And he's so excited for it.
Just know he's going to be on a podcast someday, and they're going to be like, "What was your first concert?" And instead of having to say something with shame, he's going to be like, with pride, look up and say, "Weird Al Yankovic."
We've joked about this weekend, like my first concert. I'll admit it. Michael W. Smith, the I'll Lead You Home tour, 1994. I'm very embarrassed that was my first concert ever. And my son, like, I just feel so cool that my son, like, in 20 years from now, when Weird Al's rolling out in his Segway for the whole concert, not just white and nerdy because he can't walk anymore.
Yeah.
My son's gonna be like, dude, that was my first concert. I went and saw Weird Al Yankovic with my dad in 2025.
Dad
feel
cred.
like
Dad
that is
cred.
dad cred
Right,
there.
right.
Do you feel like you put thought into that too? Like you're like, what should my son's first concert be? A little bit.
Kind of, yes. It did work out very, very good for that. He really wanted to see Imagine Dragons live, and we've been watching like their tour schedule, and it just like hasn't happened. They haven't come to our small little town or anywhere near us in the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
So this kind of just played out nice. He was getting into Weird Al, and I got tickets to the other show because that was at the time the only Minnesota stop on the tour dates.
Yeah.
And so I bought tickets to that show. Then he ended up playing in Duluth, which is 2 hours north of us, and then like 45 minutes away from my house. So I
like
bought
perfect
tickets to
timing.
that one, and I'm like, well, who can I bring to that? And then it's gotta bring Finnick. Like, come on, man.
He's gonna have such a good time.
Oh, he's gonna have a blast.
Yeah.
Bracke, you 2 girls, right?
2 girls.
Did we have first concert moments with
We
them,
did.
or-
We did.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous of this one.
It was important. I didn't totally care what it was. I just wanted them to experience a concert and have that be part of their life. And
Yeah. Share that moment with them too.
my oldest was Taylor Swift on the Speak Now tour.
Okay. She was a big fan.
Choice concert.
She's
man.
still
That's
a big
awesome.
fan. She just saw her on the recent tour as well.
Oh, cool.
She went to 20 concerts last year, and I'm like,
Oh,
good
wow.
Lord.
So you've got her.
She way surpasses me. Yeah. And then last year, I think it was last year, for Christmas, I gave both girls a ticket to Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, yeah.
We went, who I actually really like. I like Taylor too. I just don't really like Speak Now Taylor.
Yeah, there's like a version that's
Yeah.
We change spots.
yeah,
Yeah, because she's a country-ish then. And
yeah,
anyway.
country adjacent.
And yeah, we got to Olivia Rodrigo during the opener, and I was kind of like, what is this? And it was Chapel Roan, who I now absolutely love, cover to cover, all the albums. So, yeah, it was a good exposure to concerts.
It's fun. That first concert too, you're just like taking it in. You're just like, oh, the energy, and like it changes music, I think, for you when you get that first concert.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of fun. It was, so I was younger. My mom was a little stricter about going out to concerts, right? So like to go to a concert was like, that's where the devil plays and he'll touch you. So we just
If you're lucky.
yeah. Oh, so going to a concert was like kind of on the no-fly list. And so I remember the Olympics were coming to Salt Lake. And so the allure of that, I was like, Mom, I got to like go to the Olympics. And the Goo Goo Dolls were coming and they were playing at the Olympics. And so somehow like my friend was going and his like older brother. And so we're like, Mom, we want to go to the Olympics. And she's like, okay, well, if it's the Olympics, you could go. But it was really like more the Goo Goo Dolls. And that was the first one for me, which.
Did she find out, I assume? Or is this when she's finding out
Mom,
right now?
I'm so sorry.
He went and saw Goo Goo Dolls
I did.
instead of bobsledding.
Yeah, it was not bobsledding.
This is probably what's kind of fed the draw of Goo Goo Dolls for you, probably, I would guess.
Yeah. And honestly, like, the music's fine. Like, it's not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like only going to listen to Goo Goo Dolls. But now those memories like Slide and Black Balloon, like it just is tied to this really cool thing. And it was like my best friend in high school. Like eventually we'd move away and kind of not talk as much. So now just listening to it, it always just gives me a little smile. Like those were good times. And I'm grateful for the friendship that we had. So
yeah,
ties to a memory.
Yep.
Which since we brought up Mama Sherwood, I have to give you a funny story.
Please do.
So I haven't shared this with a lot of people. So I don't even know if you guys know this one.
If all of a sudden it cuts to us talking about something else,
yeah,
it's a secret time.
Mama Sherwood then
secret time.
Cut it out. So I hinted at like growing up and like the dynamics of, and I honestly love my mom to death. And like, I feel like she did an amazing job raising me. So caveat to all this, some of these are just funny stories that you remember growing up. But one of them was in Utah, like she didn't feel appropriate to watch PG-13 movies. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I was pre-13, so there was still some logic to that. But I remember wanting to watch one so bad and being a little rebellious. So my mom liked to read her scriptures upstairs for like an hour and a half every day. And so I'm like, that's enough time to watch a movie. So she'd go in a room and do that. And we snuck in a horror movie. It was like
oh boy,
It or something, like a little bit scarier. And so we popped it in the VHS, for those of you who don't know, an archaic form of watching videos. And my brother and I were like sitting on the couch and it was weird, right? Like we're nervous, we're excited. We're like, oh, we're pulling off a fast one. And so the show comes on and it's getting a little scary. The music's playing. And all of a sudden upstairs we hear footsteps. And all of a sudden the footsteps come running down the stairs.
Was it Pennywise?
It was not.
Oh.
It was my mother. And so we quickly changed the channel and we put on like Tool Time with Tim the Toolman Taylor. And like she burst in the door and she had like flames in her eyes. And she's just like, what were you two watching? And like we look at each other and I just like burst out into tears. And I'm like, we're watching a horror movie and it's PG-13. She's like, give me that. Took the VHS, ran up the stairs.
Burned it, and then had a $47 charge on your next movie rental because
exactly
of an
like, Mom, I gotta return
movie.
That.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminded me of the concert stuff memories, you know?
That would have been a perfect time for Brooke to walk down the stairs during that story. We heard the footsteps upstairs.
So you still haven't seen a PG-13 movie then fully, right?
Do I want the devil to start touching me? Yes. Yes, I have. But what was growing up wise, right? Mm-hmm. Like we have different ways that we get introduced to music. What was it for you guys that got you started? Was it a sibling? Was it a friend? Was it stumbling upon a CD in a back alley? Like what got you guys?
That got me hooked on something else. For me, it was, it was my dad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't don't give him too much credit in life, but he did kind of inspire a lot of my musical tastes. He always had the radio playing when we were driving around in the car. So he loved like Lynyrd Skynyrd. Queen would come on, he'd keep that on. Def Leppard, Deep Purple, like all those kinds of like classic rock. Yeah. So I find myself like that's kind of some of the styles that I do like. I do love to throw on some classic rock and listen. So I think like because of that, kind of, always listening to music with him kind of started a lot of that. And then, just kind of kept going from there. Music has always kind of been a part of my life. Unfortunately, I was a choir boy and a theater kid. And so, music has always been there. But
things are making a little bit more sense now.
Hey.
There's nothing wrong with being a choir kid.
Yeah.
He said it, not me.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that's kind of where it started. And that's where it developed a lot of my early tastes in music. And then becoming a wedding DJ when I was 18 years old. And just
so that's when that started?
Yeah, I started when I was 18. Basically, so I actually started my senior year DJing for the varsity boys hockey team.
What?
So I DJ'd the arena music and all that stuff. And then after a game one day, season was ending, they're like, hey, we know somebody was getting married and their DJ just backed out. Do you want to DJ their wedding? I'm like, never DJ'd a wedding before. So it might be a little awkward, but sure, I'll try it. And then the wedding happened to be in like this reception hall. And I did a pretty damn good job because the owner of the reception hall was like, hey, do you want to work with our DJ and cover some spots that he can't? And so I started training then. And by the end of summer, I was DJing my weddings by myself and doing all that fun stuff. Brooke's here. Yeah, distraction.
Brookie.
We got a live studio audience right now.
And so that wedding DJ was 21 years of DJing weddings. And
you're still doing it, right?
No, I hung it up.
You did?
I hung it up like 2 years ago. Basically got rid of all my, finished off all my like COVID weddings that got delayed and stuff.
Yeah.
I just said enough of this.
I have a real question about the wedding DJ thing, and that is, how many copies of Whoop There It Is did you run?
A lot.
Yeah, I figured.
What's
that was early. That was early though.
Yeah.
What are some go-to wedding songs that still like are in your head from hearing them so much?
Oh my gosh. So
Chicken Dance.
Okay, so back when I had CDs, like I had this 2 CD thing that was like 15 love songs on each CD, and it was the dinner music. It was my dinner music CD, so I would throw them in, and that's what I would play when dinner music was going on.
Yeah,
and if any of those 30 songs pop up, and like if I'm listening, walking around the mall or anything, like I immediately know what song it is because I've done over 500 weddings. And so I've listened to that track 500 times at least. So like You Look Wonderful Tonight makes me roll my eyes. Amazing by Lone Star, or Amazed by Lone Star, always makes me just go, like brings me back to the wedding days.
Can you almost go to the point of the dinner where it's at? You're like, okay, we got 30 minutes left, and like like the
maybe not so much now, but yes. Probably 5 years ago when I was more into it and still listening to that, I would be like, oh, I got 30 minutes till the potatoes are coming out. Like
you needed someone like, I don't know, Barry Manilow to remix Whoop There It Is for the dinner party time.
Right. Yeah. Well, people do that now.
Corn remixing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people doing that now. So they like take like the Top Gun theme and they work it into a bridal entrance song. Like,
yeah, I've seen that too.
But that wasn't, that just started a couple years ago. I wish that was like 10 years ago because that'd be pretty cool.
Did the couples have much say in like the mix? Like, would they kind of be like, I want these songs, this, and like.
So the way I did it, I always told couples, give me a must playlist, a playlist, and then a do not playlist. The must play songs, I would obviously must play those. And then I would kind of look at their playlists, see what they liked. And then it's always on the fly. Look at this song. This song worked with the crowd. It's on their playlist. What are 3 songs I can play from that one song to really keep that crowd going? And then the do not playlist tells you what they don't like. And then it gives you a complete kind of overview of this is what they like, this is what they don't like, this is what's going to get people on the dance floor. So so they had a lot of say. Yeah. It was the people that didn't give me a do not playlist, a playlist, and a must playlist.
That made it tough.
That got they got the shaft.
Yeah.
And I
You
didn't
put on the stanky leg, and people are like, I don't want to stanky
right,
leg.
right. Yeah,
Why is he doing this
exactly?
to us?
Why is he playing the chicken? I didn't want the chicken dance. It's not on your list.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of that, but yeah, wedding DJing is
It's an art. It sounds like
it is, and it's constant. I mean, it's usually I would do 4 hours, between 4 and 5 hours, and it's 4 hours of constant thinking on your toes, not stopping, to the point where when I'm done for the night, or when I would be done for the night, it was, a 2-hour drive home and lay in bed for 3 hours because your brain is still running 100 miles an hour.
You're thinking about
thinking about everything, and it wore on me.
Yeah.
After 21 years, I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, you were finally ready to.
I wish I would have known you when I got married, because I would have hired you. I have some bad experiences with our wedding DJ.
Ooh, tell us.
Well, first off, Macarena was number 1 on the Do Not playlist.
Yeah.
And my groomsmen kept going up and trying to request it the whole night because they knew I put it on the Do Not playlist.
Yeah, so they were trying to mess with you.
And
Did it get played?
No, it didn't, thankfully. But the DJ was not without fault in the night. I had one really specific request, and that was Dave Matthews Crash. I want to be dancing with my wife at the time. That's got to be with my wife.
Love that. That was like the song you wanted.
That was
dance
like
to.
our song at the time. And
let me guess, played it during the dollar dance.
Yep. And guess what? I was dancing with my, we'll call her robust boss at the time, who was not attractive by any means.
Yeah.
And what was I going to do? I just gritted my teeth and toughed it out, and then went in the bathroom and threw lots of words that I can't say on this podcast.
Yeah. During the dance, was it hard? Because like that song had such memories, and you're aroused, but you're with this other lady.
She did not arouse me. Believe me. Believe you me. That was a real bummer, and maybe a harbinger of things to come, since I've been divorced for 6 years.
Probably.
It's probably that song that did it.
Yeah.
I love watching like wedding DJ fail videos.
Yeah.
Because at the time it was a learning thing for me. Like, this is what you don't do. If you're prom king and queen, one of them's in a wheelchair, you don't play that song when your legs don't work. Like, that's one of my favorite ones.
That would be awesome.
I've seen that video. It's awesome. So but that being said, like, I can honestly say I didn't have too many huge mistakes. But my favorite one, it wasn't it wasn't a wedding.
I knew you had something.
This goes back to when I was DJing for the boys hockey team, and it still lives in infamy. This has been 25 years, and I had somebody come up to me just this last summer, was like, "Hey, dude, I remember when you did that." So, in hockey, in our little school, it was you didn't have cheerleaders, because the cheerleaders, you want a drink? He needs another drink. You can just say it, So cheerleaders at hockey games didn't really mix. And so I just had this crazy idea. The Pine City Dragons had a group of cheerleaders that would skate out onto the ice with the team and, get their little pom-poms, and they're on our home ice. And I'm like, this doesn't happen on our home ice.
Yeah, you didn't.
So I was pissed. I'm sitting there and I just had this idea. The second they hit the ice, who let the dogs out? Who let the, and the cheerleaders skated out, and they're like,
you could just see the energy coming out of them.
They skated back, got off of the ice. Meanwhile, our side, the student side, is going crazy.
Yeah.
This is why I would have hired you.
Oh, man.
You can read people.
So the next day, I get a call from our coach.
Yeah.
I get a call from our AD. I get a call from Pine City's AD. I start getting calls from parents from the Pine City. I don't know how they got my number. But yeah, it was a huge thing. And I still, like I said, it's still
people still remember.
25 years later, if I walk into Princeton and I run into somebody who I went to high school with, they're like, dude, remember that time you played Who Let the Dogs Out when the cheerleaders skated out on the ice? That was awesome. So,
do you think those girls too, whenever they hear that song too, they've had some like moments over the years where they're like,
I hope so.
Nervous twitches.
Nah, hockey games.
Turn it off.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, definitely they have. One of our wedding like wins for us is we were kind of thinking about what we should do for our wedding like playlist, right? Because Brooke and I did something a little different. We eloped, like we kind of just the two of us went and did something traveling wise, right? So what we did in the group, and I still to this day love that we did this, is we had the group put together a wedding list. And like the whole day, so we had people make suggestions. We put together this giant playlist. And then the whole day as we were doing things, like we just had it running. And it was like a really cool thing. Like some people, I think, put some things in there where we're like, okay, maybe that shouldn't have made the list. But for the most part. Yeah.
I did. Yes. I sent her so I had like a starter playlist.
Yeah.
That would be like, that's how I'm going to start just adding songs in, and I sent that all to Brooke. So
because we had it was like a really touching thing. So even though we didn't have that DJ, like you were still there, Andy. You were
offered,
still DJ in our wedding.
Offered, fly me out. I just need my laptop.
I remembered what I put on that, but I don't.
What?
I actually don't think I. Oh, Book of Love.
Yeah,
that's a great. Because I was gonna say I didn't think I did something jokingly obnoxious or anything.
It was actually
legit.
Yeah. So you guys basically DJ'd our wedding for us.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we appreciate you.
I'm pretty sure I put my wife and I's first dance on there because it's awesome. And if you're looking to get married soon, Never Stop by Safety Suit, the wedding version. You're welcome.
Yeah,
you are welcome.
Enjoy a happy 20 years of marriage.
I've never heard Safety Suit.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
It was one of those that I had another couple that were like, this is our first dance song. And I listened to it, and as they're out dancing for their first song, I'm just like, I got to remember this one.
We're going to post the link down below.
Yes.
So let's have an interactive moment. Some people out there, they've been married, they haven't been married, they're in the process of not getting married, they're in the process of getting married, whatever stage you're at of the wedding.
That is what I'm going to start calling it.
Yeah.
My dating experience now has been a debacle. I'm in the process of not getting married.
Yeah. You're just in that phase of not getting married right now.
That's it.
Yeah. But whatever stage you're at right now, down below in the comments, if you had that wedding song that meant a lot to you, if you had a song that came on during your wedding and you're like, oh, it was a disaster, share it down below. This will be kind of fun to see people's responses.
And if you have a video of the DJ fail, just know that
Bonus.
that's going to go on my playlist.
Then you get 99-cent credit to Daybreak Records.
Exactly. And then act now, I'll double it to $1.98. So, but
that was quick math. That was very
wasn't
quick,
it?
yes.
Yeah, which is not easy math either.
No.
So down below, you guys hit us up. Let us know what some of your funny or touching, like this is the song that really I hear it and it reminds me of somebody. So, but music is memories, changes things, it amplifies things. I feel like there is a bit of wisdom to like what music does for us, right? So for you guys, we always have this little tradition at the end of the show where we want to talk about.
We're at the end of the show?
We're close.
Dude, if you're still on that treadmill, keep it up. You're almost there.
So somebody's run 8.6 miles right now if they're running a 7:22.
Their knees hurt.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was trying to impress
That's
you
math.
again with math. Somebody's going to correct me in the comments. And It's not even going to be close.
David, that was totally wrong.
Yeah.
It's actually.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
starting the music journey, let's talk about advice musically that you would give. Because we've talked about things like life and some of those things. But I feel like we often don't touch on if you could start somebody with some advice on collecting, concerts, listening, what would you guys suggest to somebody that maybe is starting out as a beginning collector, music enthusiast?
I've talked a lot in the last 5 minutes. You can
Okay.
I just need more time to think.
Well, I did talk to you last night, I think, about when you vehemently dislike an artist and how opinionated you are about it and how you vocalize it. And, there are lots of people in this group that vocalize it. I think maybe me and Rob Fox are the most vocal about it.
You definitely have some opinions on things.
But I was pretty taken aback when someone, and I don't remember their name, and I probably wouldn't say it anyway, but was extremely against Nirvana.
Ooh, I remember. Yes.
And
which I was taken back as well.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I'm extremely against Bob Dylan, and I'm extremely against
Brooke just is having a heart attack over
You all right over there?
Bon Jovi.
You too.
Oh,
some of those.
But and I think I've probably vocalized that, but what I've come around on is I've really meditated on that. And I think I'm getting better at how I share or don't share my feelings about an artist.
Yeah.
And I think also if you have artists that have completely changed the direction of music, someone like the Beatles, maybe Little Richard, maybe Nirvana, you have to keep your opinion to yourself if you don't like that.
So you feel that there's some upper echelon bands.
They're
where it's
untouched bands.
They're untouchables.
If they completely rerouted music, you cannot vocalize negativity.
Yeah. And if you do, it's like, it makes you, puts you into question.
And if you do, we boot you from Daybreak Records. No, we don't do that.
Like
but
you're just like, the Beatles were overrated and didn't change anything.
there are people who dislike the Beatles. I've heard some people even in the group, I think.
Yeah. I feel like, though, even disliking the music, you have to acknowledge their role. And maybe that's the thing, too. Like,
That's
if you're
true.
like, oh, maybe I don't listen to Nirvana as much as I should, but I appreciate what they did for music.
And, the only other thing about music that was in our conversation last night, too, that, again, I'm opinionated about this. I feel very strongly about this. But I run into lots of people who say, I don't listen to anything past 1972. Music after 1972 sucks. And, and I need some French fried taters.
Yeah.
But
Put some mustard on that.
I think you're dead from the neck up if you're not seeking new music.
Trying
Constantly.
things.
And it doesn't mean you have to like it all. But it's fun to go out on iTunes or whatever you use and discover new artists.
Spotify DJ.
Yeah, that too.
I highly recommend that.
I don't think I could function at all if I wasn't seeking new music.
And I think, too, life is about contrast, right? And I've found, like, I'll listen to a song and maybe I don't like it, but then that next song I do like comes on and I appreciate it because I'm like, I've kind of discovered the things that I like and don't like.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of music is that journey of finding out what it is that appeals and doesn't appeal to you.
Absolutely.
I love that.
My thing is like, and I know I give Brooke shit about you two, and we've hashed it out. I don't. So Tyler Pick and I were talking about hockey, and he's like mentioned his team, and he's like, oh, and I said, dude, hockey's hockey. I don't care what team you cheer for, as long as you like hockey, you're cool in my book.
Yeah. As long as it's not the Blues or the Blackhawks.
No, again, hockey's hockey.
Yeah.
We can sit and talk hockey. We can talk our teams. We can talk about, what we look at. And I feel like that's the same with music. I don't care if you like U2 and you think that they're the best band in the world. I don't care if you like Journey and Journey's your jam and you think that nothing else would ever compare to a Journey album. I don't care as long as you're sharing music and you're listening to music and music drives you. We can talk about it. And, and that's what's opened my eyes. Like, talking to Bracke about some of the stuff that he likes. Like I got bands on my list now that I need to check out.
To see what it's all about.
I might not like them. GA20, I might not give two shits about, after I listen to them, I might be like, that's not my jam, but you know what? That's cool that we can still, like it. We can still hang out. We can still talk,
we won't talk if you don't like them.
All right, I guess I'll like it. Man. But yeah, that's how I feel. Like the fact that we all have differences in opinions and differences in likes and tastes, and that's how you grow as a music fan. And you're gonna find stuff you don't like. You're gonna find stuff that you don't give two shits about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't let that ruin everything that this community is.
I think that ties into that earlier thing we were talking about of the group's ability to talk and be part of this community, even though they have different beliefs.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with music. It's the discourse. If that ever dies, that's the problem.
Yeah.
If you can tell somebody, I like this band, they're like, oh, I don't like them as much, but that's cool that you're like, here's a band I like. And I think when you can have that open conversation, that's the thing that's the beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really working on trying to be less vocally negative about any artist, even though I probably really hate a bunch of them. It doesn't add anything to the auction or to a life encounter or whatever.
So do you feel like on that dating app, we're going to change the priorities? We're going to move Jesus a little higher up for you?
I mean, he's already as high as it goes.
I like that.
Yeah.
And for the record, I've only said that U2 is overrated.
Yeah. That's all.
That's all I've said.
Yeah.
I feel like they get too much attention for what they are, but that's just my opinion. And I'm never going to yell at somebody for loving U2.
Exactly.
She keeps moving around. So,
One thing that reminds me of U2, and we kind of touched on this too. Like,
us too?
Yeah.
Okay. Not U2, but us too.
U2. So when we talked about how certain albums, like we talked about Joshua Tree, right, Chris?
Yeah.
And we're like trying to convince Andy. We're like,
U2? Is that Joshua? Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's U2. So we were talking about that. It's like, Andy, this album, though, I feel like from start to finish is beautiful, like start to finish. And going into my advice, that kind of reminded me of it, is my advice for like somebody starting out is there are albums out there that start to finish were created with intention.
Mm-hmm.
Like the artist decided, I want this song to be number one because I want it to start with this feeling or this mood. And then I want it to move into this. And I feel like the thing with music that's opened my mind with records is the idea of putting a record on start to finish. Like sometimes we get in this like skip to the next song mode.
Yeah, I mean, I recently posted in the group cover to cover albums of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And that is basically the highest accolade I can give an artist or an album.
Yeah.
And I'm talking before records, when you could easily skip songs.
Yeah.
Cover to cover is a rare thing. And in fact, an interactive moment on behalf of David.
Let's do this. Interactive moments.
Can we have people list their cover to cover albums?
Absolutely. Like, what's that album that from start to finish, you're like, this is a work of art? Like, you don't need to skip a song. You don't need to, what is
No
that?
skips at all.
Yeah. Andy, for you, what's that album? Off the top of your head, what?
Dude, I'm gonna pull a curveball here.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
My Chemical Romance,
Ooh.
Welcome to the Black Parade,
Yes.
is not a cover to cover.
You're going the opposite.
You have to rearrange the songs, and it becomes a whole story. No, seriously, this is
I
a
think
thing.
I've heard that.
Check it out. This is a total thing. You can go to Spotify and pull up the Black Parade storyline, and it plays out like a back and forth play. And that is by far, like, I've listened to that album cover to cover, and it's always been a great album for me. I listened to the story mode of that album,
Yeah.
and it is amazing.
It changed
It plays out in your mind like a stage show.
That's cool.
And like I've heard that's how Gerard actually like wrote the Black Parade was, and then he was forced to move the songs to appease the record company because there is a very linear storyline through that whole album if you rearrange the songs.
Which is the perfect example of why like listening to an album as intended can
Mhm.
change the feel of it. And so our challenge down below, like Chris said, write that album you feel start to finish. But my advice though, and I feel like that's the thing I saw beauty in with records, and that made me think of this, is that intention of putting the needle on at the start, right?
Mhm.
You sit down in a chair and you're like, I just want to sit here and listen to the entire album. And when we don't all have time to do that, like life gets crazy. But for those certain albums that down below in the comments you're seeing, it's worth a listen. If you have that 42 minutes to go through and listen to the entire album, it's worth doing. And I feel like that changed music for me.
And even if it's U2 or Nirvana or whatever it may be,
A newer
just give it a
country
try.
artist.
Give it a try.
So can I commit you, Chris, Morgan Wallen, start to finish?
I've already added it to my Apple iTunes.
Okay. There we go. Start to finish. Little new country for you.
Perfect.
But we want to challenge you guys. Try that and see what that does to music for you. For me, it actually opened things up to the point where I'm like, it's an experience of listening to an album. It's not just a quick power song. You're at the gym and you put that wop wop on. You know what I mean? Listen to the whole album as intended.
Brooke, what does that stand for? I'm not familiar
I don't
with
know
this.
it either.
Yeah,
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know what's happening right now. But you guys listen to the whole WAP album. Like, it's not just one good song, it's the whole entire album. So,
Is it though?
but you guys, this has been so much fun. An hour flew by. Andy and I have been teasing some ideas too. We're
Yeah.
not going to let up, or do you want to? Should we save it and like
Save it.
Let's
Save
save
it.
it. But we have some
we
fun
still got to
things
work
that-
out some stuff.
We got to work out some
Yeah.
kinks, but
Yeah.
we have some fun ideas in the works. I love that I get to meet our group members and have a little deeper conversation. Sometimes in the feed, the comments back and forth just don't do it justice. And like, I want to take a minute too, guys, and get a little sentimental. These guys flew out for our Daybreak weekend, and this is not the first time that
Yeah.
this has happened.
Year number 2.
This is a habit that is forming. But I just want to thank you. Brooke and I love having you guys out. The fact that we get to spend time with you in a setting where we just get to know you. We get to hang out as real people who have become friends. Like, this isn't just a music thing.
Mhm.
I consider each and every one of you a good friend of ours. And I just want to thank you guys for coming out this weekend. It made my birthday. It made my weekend.
Awesome.
And I just
Yeah.
want to thank you guys. It's been a ton of fun.
The
Yeah.
feeling's mutual.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah,
We
thanks
gotta
for having us out. Thanks for giving us a reason to come out and hang out.
absolutely. We want to come out to Minnesota too and have maybe we could find a cool concert that we could hit up. And
Yeah, the talks have begun about that. About
Yeah.
concert, Paisley Park.
Paisley Park. Gotta see where
Yeah.
Prince was.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Paisley Park's really close to where I live.
Yeah. Is Prince still performing? Do we know? Could we possibly?
He is in the afterlife, I think.
He died?
Oh, honey.
Oh. The things you learn on Daybreak After Dark.
I think it's been 9 years now.
Is it really?
2016. Brooke, get on the internet to check that out.
Oh.
And we're gonna bring Ginny a couple hours north to Duluth to see the Glensheen Mansion because Ginny loves Bud's wife. She loves like the murder mystery stuff. And Glensheen Mansion has a couple murders in that house. So,
One of the most haunted places.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
I
we're
think it
gonna
makes top 10 in like the world,
it might,
actually.
yeah. So we're gonna bring her up there and check
Yeah.
that place out. So yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff planned for a Minnesota trip.
I love it. Let's make it happen.
And for the record, we're not together.
Today, not today.
We just both happen to be from Minnesota,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And I think the thing that's thrown people off is you both have fantastic beards.
we do.
And it's like,
Not so much today.
Yeah.
You know, the
Just
hard
so you
water
know-
here in Utah.
this is a fun fact to end the show. All three of us have been growing our beards the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Fun fact for you. But you guys, thank you for joining us. This has been Daybreak After Dark. Getting to chat with some of our faves.
Mhm.
Chris Bracke, Andy Lewis.
Oh,
Thank you so much for
you.
joining us. It's been another episode.
Yeah.
And it's give it a little shout out.
Shout out to my wife and kids.
Yeah.
Hi, wife and kids who are never going to watch this, but hey.
Dang it. Watch it.
Oh, well, I'll say thank you then. So thank you,
Yeah.
my wife Erin, my son Finnick, my daughter Eliza. Thank you
Yeah.
for letting me leave for 4 days to come out to Utah and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and thank you for not driving mom too crazy.
Shout out to Andy's wife and kids.
Yeah. Andy's wife and kids, thank you for letting him come out. We appreciate you.
I'm going to show them this one clip here.
Yeah,
now.
perfect.
I wanna
Everything
get-
else is.
I want to give a shout out to our local congressmen. I want to give a shout out to God, first of all. Thank you for letting us be here today. I want to give a shout out to Brooke for being just an absolutely incredible person for letting us take over her basement to do this podcast. So thank you.
Before we close out,
She's amazing.
Happy birthday to you.
To me?
Happy birthday to you.
It's my birthday?
Happy birthday, dear
Mr. Daybreak.
It's me.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you guys. Oh, couldn't have asked for a better birthday present. We'll see you guys. Thanks for joining us.